Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana 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 Nityananda 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 Haribo Chaitanya 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 Haribo 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 Nityananda, 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 Haribo. Chaitanya, 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 Haribo. Nityananda, 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 Haribo. Chaitanya, 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 Haribo. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. 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 Okay, together. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Again, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. One more time. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Welcome everyone. So that was mantra meditation, where we simply focus on the sound of these transcendental mantras, which have been handed down through the yoga system that we follow here. We understand that we are spiritual, and in order to be happy, we can't find happiness simply through bombarding the senses with all this sensual gratification. We, being spiritual, we need spiritual food. So these mantras are beyond this earth. They've come from another place, and they are food for us. So yeah, that's what we're doing here, bathing in the sound of the mantras. Okay, and I'd like to invite Amir forward, and we're going to do a different type of mantra meditation now, a guided mantra meditation. So please come forward.
All right, guys, namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you so much for joining us today. So this part of the program, we are going to do a mindfulness practice, which is another version of Aham Brahmasmi mindfulness, followed by Gauranga breath meditation. So please sit in a comfy position for me. Very relaxed. Shoulders back, heads upright, and gently close your eyes. By closing the eyes, we remove a lot of distractions caused by sense of sight. This mindfulness practice is called happiness mindfulness. We are all in search of happiness all the time. This is our nature, to want to be happy. And we try all sorts of things. We eat all sorts of food, drinks, having intercourses, listen to all sorts of songs, seeing different places, and so on. And we try so hard. But we kind of never achieve the happiness we have always longed for. We do get some temporary pleasure, but they are so shallow and they are so temporary. They don't satisfy us from the core of our heart. So today in this mindfulness practice, we are going to be critical of ourselves. We do deserve to achieve the happiness we've always hankered for. Why is that we are not achieving it? The answer resides in us misidentifying ourselves. Look at this example. You go to ice cream shop with your friend, get a nice ice cream with all toppings and bananas, chocolates and so on. Have a spoon, grab some ice cream and toppings in the spoon, bring it up. Suddenly you put it in the mouth of your friend. Are you gonna get happy? No. That's exactly like the case we have in our real life. We are putting all the pleasure into so-called pleasure into the body, which is not us. My body is not me. It's just a vehicle I'm driving to be able to live in this earth planet. It's not me. Similarly, my mind is not me. It's just a wonderful computer, a subtle body that I'm given to assist living in this material world. Who am I then? I really want to know who I am so I can plan my happiness. The Vedas have the answer for us. Aham Brahmasmi. That's a Sanskrit sentence or mantra. I'm the spirit soul, not the matter. According to Bhagavad Gita, who we are effulgent, eternal, spiritual beings, unborn, and therefore undying. We are eternal. Simply having a short trip on earth. There is a high purpose behind it. We got to tap into that. So, okay, I'm not my body. Don't need to be obsessed with sense enjoyments all the time. How can I achieve the happiness I have always longed for? The answer is, we actually need to have something that allows us spiritual souls to experience union with our very spiritual source and essence. These wonderful mantras we are chanting tonight, earlier on, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana, and later on, Gauranga, Om Hari Om. These are wonderful spiritual sounds, not material sounds, highly potent to allow us to experience union with our spiritual source and essence and achieve the happiness we have always longed for. Gauranga means the golden Lord of love. This wonderful mantra has 4 syllables. Go, Ra, Anga. So we are going to chant this wonderful mantra together. The guys in the background are saying the mantra, Gauranga. We're going to listen to them a couple of times. And then we are going to join them, taking deep breath in, and on the exhale, saying Gauranga. Please focus on your meditation, and if you find your mind wanders, just become aware of that and consciously bring it back to the practice. Let's listen to one more and then we join them. Let's join. Let's do 2 more. Keep your eyes closed and let the mantra resonate in your head and your mind, and wash away all the worries and anxieties you might be holding there. All right, guys, bring your focus back to the room you are and people around you, objects around you. And if you like, you can gently open your eyes now. Probably putting your palm together, creating some nice warmth, and massaging your face and your neck. All right, guys, so this is Gauranga breath meditation, a nice and easy way to meditate. I was actually talking to a group of people this afternoon actually, and we were talking about how easy it is to make Gauranga breath meditation part of our daily life, right? So morning, waking up, before all the thoughts start attacking your mind and stuff, you can just spend few minutes doing Gauranga breath meditation by yourself. You don't even need a track, right? So simply take deep breath in, and on the exhale say Gauranga, like that. Gauranga. And you can do that for a couple of minutes, 3 minutes, and then start your life, right? So let's do it one time together without music. So you learn how to do it tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's Monday. Mondays are the day when you get, most of crazy thoughts coming. Oh my God, this is Monday morning, 7 a.m. Lots of things happening, meetings and stuff, right? So get your mind calm down before the storm comes. So let's do it a couple of times together. Deep breath in. Awesome. One more time. Deep breath in. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And I would like to invite, is it Jiva Krishnadas? Our dear friend Jiva Krishnadas to come and give us a talk on spirituality. Haribol and Namaste.
Okay. Namaste, everybody. Welcome. Just before I try and talk about our topic for tonight, just want to offer respect to my teacher, Jagaguru, Siddhasarupananda Paramahamsa. Okay, so I'm not sure how many people are aware. It was suggested a few weeks ago by some of our friends that instead of usually we talk kind of just generally about our chanting and so on, and someone made the suggestion that we should get specific topics to talk about. So tonight the topic is, how do I gain spiritual knowledge? So it's a pretty general kind of talk, and but it's an important one because, you know, there's so many people out there generally interested in, you know, spiritual development to one degree or another, and you know we you know, try and figure things out ourselves sometimes. So we'll pick up a book and read it, or hear somebody speaking. Like tonight, you know, you're going to hear different people speaking and meditating and so on. So just want to give an idea of the yoga system, the way of gaining knowledge. And this specific topic came up additionally because, you know, I've got an acquaintance, friend I've known for quite a long time. We talk about philosophy and so on, and the meaning of life and these kinds of things. And, you know, I was saying to this person how, you know, when I speak, when I say stuff, it's not my own opinion. This is not me. I've received this knowledge, this yoga knowledge or yoga wisdom, and I'm just passing it on. And there's no credit to me whatsoever. You know, it's not like I invented this. And you know, and then, well, where did you get it from? My teacher? Where did he get it from his teacher? So this is the yoga system. And so, you know, this nice person, but they were more or less on this track of, oh, no, I don't like the idea of a teacher, you know, I want to figure things out for myself kind of thing. Does anybody run into that kind of, it's kind of pretty common. It's like, you, teacher, spiritual teacher. So, you know, of course, a lot of people aren't so worried. You know, other people, you know, different people have different ideas on this. So I wanted to just talk more generally first about how we receive knowledge. Pretty much everybody receives, or how we gain knowledge. And this came up, you know, I saw a show as a YouTube thing, as we tend to do sometimes. And this particular program was about this famous physicist. And you know how they have those guys, they're the ones that are kind of easy to listen to. They're very charismatic, and they're sort of like celebrity physicists, one of those. And he was talking about all the recent discoveries of physics and how they discovered so many things. And so he's basically getting to the nuts and bolts of how the universe was created and how it works and so on. It was all really interesting. And he finally gets to the point of saying, we've discovered so many things and this and that and this and that. And he finally gets to the point of the Big Bang. You know, that was, you know, the Big Bang theory. And he says, we've been able to make these measurements where we can explain what happened almost immediately after the Big Bang, you know, like some fraction of a second after the Big Bang, we can explain what happened. And I'm kind of like, okay, you know, I'm not sure. Not sure I accept all your calculations in that. But anyway, but even supposing, yeah, okay, you can. Let's suppose that. He freely admitted that before that split second, they haven't got a clue. They don't know anything about what happened. It's kind of like almost like the opposite of a black hole. You know, the black hole just sucks everything in and it just disappears forever. Well, this Big Bang sort of spits everything out. Ooh, sorry. Everything comes out of this. There's different versions of it, but one of the main ones is that from this infinitesimal point all this, the whole universe comes from this little infinitesimal point, and it's just everybody's mind is blown as as to what's on the other side. You know, they use that expression, the other side. What's on the other side? What's on the other side of the Big Bang? They don't know. That they do know is incredible amounts of energy and information has come out. And here we are. That's how they say it. So, so they don't know. In other words, these methods of trying to gain information by our own strength, it's what we call in the yoga system the ascending method of gaining information. We figure we look at things, we measure things, we hear things, we measure the sound, we quantify things physically in one way or another, right? And we try and figure things out like that. So, so this is the way it works. But the example is that you can take that method so far, and it's valid to some extent. You know, you can figure certain things out, but ultimately, just like he was admitting, we haven't got a clue where this all came from. Of course, they speculate, and it might have been like this, and it might have been like that, but they don't know, and they never will know by that method, simply because it's beyond what the physical senses can perceive. I'm sorry, I'm getting animated here, I'm smashing things. It's beyond what the physical senses can perceive. Now, the same kind of scenario plays out in the more immediate world of relationships, right? You know, like say, sorry, I'm trying to find someone to pick on. So, you, sorry, what's your name? Steve. Sorry, Steve. Yeah, so Steve. Now, Steve, I can know certain things about Steve, through my, physical senses. I can know some things. Oh, you're got a male body, and you've got a beard, and in your 30s, say, or I can go on Wikipedia or something, and I find out all about Steve, right? And all this information about Steve. And I can know so many things, right? But do I actually know you? I don't, you know what I mean? I don't know you. So, in other words, the same process of, figuring things, oh, okay, yeah, I use my sight, I use my ears, I use my senses to try and gain information. But to really know you, there's only one way I can actually know you, truly. Know what's inside and how you tick and what you're thinking and what your desire. There's only one way to know, isn't it? I can't figure that out on my own, ever. No matter how many microscopes and, there's only one way I can know. If you tell me, if you reveal your mind to me, right? You can reveal yourself. That's the only way I can know. So it's a basic thing, but, it's really important to know that. So when we're talking about spiritual knowledge or what's on the other side, beyond what we can perceive, it's exactly the same kind of process. I can't know it. I can only receive. If there's information coming, I can receive it. Is that reasonable? This is how it works. This is how it works in real life. So it's nothing, that you have to believe in necessarily. This is the system. So even people, to know the mind. So it's a similar kind of thing at work when we want to know about this other dimension called the spiritual dimension, which is beyond the physical senses. We can't perceive it physically. And again, I can't even perceive your mind physically, can I? How do I know you've got a mind, for example? I don't know. I'm assuming you have one because I know I've got mine, and I'm assuming. But physically, I can't actually prove it in the classical scientific sense. It's just something that you say, yeah, I've got one of those because I've experienced it, and I take it on faith. So this is how we receive spiritual knowledge also. We take it on faith that we can receive this information through these sources like the yoga texts and the Bhagavad Gita and different sources of yoga wisdom and the self-realized spiritual teacher. So I'm just going to read a quote here from the Bhagavad Gita, if I may. It's one of the classical texts of the Bhagavad Gita, which explains how we get knowledge. This is from chapter 4 of the Bhagavad Gita. Just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. A self-realized soul can impart knowledge unto you because he has seen the truth. So this is, the way of that we receive knowledge, spiritual knowledge. We hear about it from somebody who has realised it. We'll get to that a little bit more in a moment. But someone say, oh, I don't like this idea of a teacher, be submissive and da-da-da. But again, this is how the world works, even in material life, in practical life. Has anybody ever gone to university, studied, or even school? At school, what do you have when you go to school? You will sit down respectfully and the teacher walks in. And when I was a kid, you had to stand when the teacher came in to offer respect. Oh, teacher's coming, stand up. Do they do that now? Anyone? No. Don't think so? No, I don't think so either. The standards of... but anyway, that's how they did it. You'd have respect for the teacher. And again, someone's, oh, why do you have the respect? Because he's giving you some valuable information, supposedly. You have respect for that. Even, if you go and do an apprenticeship, again, I'm a bit behind the times, but the apprentice, you go and be an apprentice to learn to be an electrician or anything, you've got to have respect for the guy who's taken you on as an apprentice. And in the beginning you might just have to go and buy the lunch and do all the menial stuff. But you do it because you know that, yes, this good information's coming. So this is just how the world works. From the moment you come out of the womb, we're learning stuff. We're being respectful, to your parents, supposedly. They're teaching us stuff. Then you go to school and you learn stuff. Then you go to school or apprenticeship or university. It's the same thing. You're supposed to have... You give your teacher disrespect, you're out of the class. Again, well, that's how it was with me. You give them lip and... Me too. Go. What are you doing here? You may as well not be here, man. And just according to the kind of knowledge we're getting, there's different kinds of knowledge, right? Some kinds of knowledge are considered to be more valuable than others, more important than others. Like, okay, electrician, good. I don't. Be careful here. I don't want to get into be disrespectful to anyone. But in the old systems, there were a number of fields of knowledge which were considered to be very important, or very special, because they dealt with the preservation of our very life. One of those was the military, and the other one was the healers. It seems like a bit of a contradiction. How come both these kind of like opposites? How come they're both these things are really important? Well, in their own way, they help preserve life. If the barbarian hordes are coming into your country and invading, you want some military people who can kick back. Welcome. Isn't that right? Isn't that right? If you've got some army descending on your village or your city, you know, look the current example, Ukraine, it is running over. So you want to have somebody somebody comes into the room and they start creating mayhem, and believe me, there's, you know, I'm sure we've all experienced it one way or another. Sometimes people can be very fearful in their aggressiveness. So if somebody can come in and diffuse that situation by their military prowess or their martial arts ability or something, then this is highly respected. That's why traditionally, you know, if you go to learn martial arts in any of the traditional Chinese, you have to have a lot of respect for the teacher. You know, they bow and all sorts of things. I remember I went to an Aikido school a long time ago, but even there, your head's practically on the ground when you go to those places. Why? Because you're receiving this invaluable information, how to preserve life and help others. So the other one, of course, is, you know, medicine, the people who are practicing health professionals, you know, doctors and whatever field of health there may be. They're also highly respected because they can, you know, preserve life in some ways. They can't do it indefinitely. But still, even, you know, if someone comes and says, look, I can add, you know, if you do this, this, this and this and follow this, you'll add an extra 20 years onto your life. Or if you went to someone and say, can you extend my life by 20 years by some kind of health advice, you go, yeah, I'm in for that. Especially if you're rich and you can afford the fees. Isn't that right? Wouldn't you know, if someone came in and, you know, I'm coming in right now and I've got, you know, I'm a multi-millionaire and I can, and I discover somebody who can, you know, guarantee me that I'm going to live to 100. Guaranteed. Life expectancy here is only 75, I think, for guys or thereabout. Someone guarantees me 100. You know, there's a lot of people that have paid big money for that. You think? I reckon there would. You know, especially rich people. They'd dole out tons of money for that. And they'd be very grateful as well. They'd just consider that person to be the greatest friend they ever made. So then we come to what, according to yoga wisdom, is the beyond those kind of things. In other words, the highest forms of knowledge in the material sphere are those forms of knowledge which can preserve your life, either through military action, if necessary, or through health care. If somehow or other your life is prolonged, that's a huge, big thing, right? And now, so yoga wisdom teaches, you know, goes beyond that, because it's recognised in, you know, that no matter what you do, your body's going to die, right? Your body's going to die, but you, the actual spiritual soul, you don't die. You go on. So some people don't accept it, of course, but if you accept that, how valuable is that information? Doesn't that change your life altogether? To know that? To know that at the end of this life, end of this body, when it ultimately falls to pieces through one way or another, how much value is there in that? So I'm very quickly running out of time. Yeah, we need more time, but we're out of time. So just how to finish this off. So this is yoga wisdom. This is the value of yoga wisdom, that you're learning not just how to preserve this life, you're learning how to tune into your eternal life, and that you have an eternal life, that you don't die with the end of your body. How is that knowledge valuable? And how can I tune into that? Rather than, I'll just read another quote here. We've got a couple of quotes which explain, both what happens with this knowledge and without it. So this is after attaining me, this is Krishna speaking in the Bhagavad Gita, saying, after attaining me, after attaining the spiritual world, the great souls who are yogis in devotion never return to this temporary world which is full of miseries, because they have attained the highest perfection. Those who are not faithful on the path of devotional service cannot attain me. They must return to birth and death in this material world. For one who has taken his birth, death is certain, and for one who is dead, birth is certain. So here's where it comes down to the crunch. Without this spiritual knowledge of our true nature, we're basically reborn. And this is something our topic for next week. Taratmana is going to be speaking about reincarnation, but basically the spiritual soul, at the end of this body, we come back again. If we haven't attained a spiritual dimension, then we come back and have to be reborn over and over again. It's called the wheel of birth and death. Because the spirit soul, try to appreciate, the spiritual soul is eternal. There's no stopping of it ever. There's only questions of where we will spend eternity. How are we going to spend eternity? Are we going to, at the end of this body, do we come and take another one? Which, according to yoga wisdom, is considered to be, not a good situation. It's like, you're renting a house and you're going to get kicked out at some point. Isn't the goal of every person, or one of the goals, to actually own your own house? Who prefers to rent? Anybody like renting in preference to owning your own home? You do? Yeah, okay. But sure. Fair. So, but for many people, the goal is, we want a bit of stability. God, I'm sick of moving my stuff and, dealing with the agent and dealing with this and dealing with that and worrying about every little mark on the wall and the stains on the carpet when I spilled this or that. It's a hassle. So we were looking for that stability. And so this is what yoga wisdom is trying to give us, the means to attain that platform of permanence. And when we attain that, then, there's a lot of peace. I mean, that example I gave about renting, it's not a perfect example, of course, but it just gives us a little bit of an idea. People who are in their stable situation are just generally a bit more chilled about it. We don't have to worry about, anything so much. So, so back to, how do we gain all this knowledge? Well, we gain it through, like I'm saying here, I'm quoting from this book, the Bhagavad Gita, scripture. This is like the textbook of spiritual life. And of course, we can hear from, in my case, I learned from my teacher so many things. He's commenting on these verses and so on. So this is how we gain knowledge. And again, just to finish up, it's nothing. People sometimes, why do I need a teacher? No, the question is, why would you not want a teacher? That's the question. Not, do I need one? It's like, why would you not want one? Someone who can explain all these things in detail. Just say, for example, you're interested in martial arts and, you get an opportunity to study with Bruce Lee. Oh, you get an interview with Bruce Lee. Nah, I can figure it out on my own. Really? So this is how we should see it. We should make an effort to find someone who actually knows and not an airy-fairy spiritual teacher who's just trying to rip us off in some way or exploit us in some way. No, someone who, like this, someone who has realised the truth, and who, because he's realised the truth, he can pass on that truth. So this is, should be the, for those who want to know, that's how we can try to find out. And again, it's nothing unusual. This is the way of the world. You go to, I remember when I was in school, I had my textbooks and I had my teachers. That's all this is. Scripture and the spiritual master. It's the same thing. They go together. So we just have to, just like in material life also, you find somebody that you can trust. You know, you try and find the best university, right? Some are higher standard than others. So it's the same. We try and find a good standard of spiritual education. Not fluffy, something that's real and solid. So, okay, I'll leave it at that. I kind of went over. We're going to just chant for a couple of minutes, and while we're doing that, we're going to have our dinner break. Some people are going to bring out some dinner, and okay. So namaste, thank you, and
thank you, Joe.
so we're going to have some, and then we'll have our dinner break, and then we're going to be chanting after that. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana 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 Mohana. Om Hari Om. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana, Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Dana, Mohana. Okay, thanks guys. So enjoy the meal and we'll be back soon. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
think we're having a slow night. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. I'll sing along too. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Let's all go together. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, loud. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. We're all together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Okay. I'm going to do one more before Tag comes on. So, do we want a lively one? I want to put everybody to sleep, I think. I do-
Lively.
What?
Lively.
How unusual for you to say that. Okay. For you, Danielle.
Well, thanks.
Gopala, 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 Govinda, Govinda. Can someone put my microphone up? Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, Gopala,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, 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 Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, Govinda, Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, Govinda, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Gopala, Gopala, Govinda, 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 Gopala, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Haribol. Some, we'll invite some sanity on it. Come on.
Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale Srimati Siraswarupananda Paramahamsiti Namine Bhaja Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhattacharya Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Hari Bol. Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Krishna Chaitanya, Hari Bol. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Hari Bol. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Hari Bol. Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Nityananda Balaram, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Hari Bol, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Hari Bol. Rama, Matana Mohana. Gopala Govinda 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 Rama, Matana Mohana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopala, Govinda Rama, Matana, Mohana. 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 Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Om Hari Om. Gauranga. Gopala Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. 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 Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Gopala 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 Govinda Rama Madana Mohana. Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana. 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 Gopala Govinda Rama, Dana Mohana. Everyone's gone to sleep? That's good. Means you're chilled out. All right. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Gopala Govinda Rama, Madana Mohana, 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 Gopala, 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 Govinda, Govinda, Govinda. 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 Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Gopala, Govinda, Rama, Madana, Mohana. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, all right, everyone, one time. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to say. I have nothing to do with the centre. I just come here and they kick me out again. No. I'm sure if you go to the Facebook page, you'll find all kinds of delightful things throughout the week. Chanting down in Geelong every Tuesday, anyone who's down that way. And otherwise, this again next Sunday. And yeah, that's about it. Yeah. Thank you very much. Haribol. Krishna.